That's right. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso. Welcome back to it right here on SABC3. Hope you're getting that feel good on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Now, last week we explored how those diets like going vegetarian could have an impact on your vitamin B deficiency, right?
That's right. And today we're continuing that conversation in the same vein, and we're taking a look at how our diets change as we grow older and, of course, the effects that has on our vitamin B levels.
This week, we continue our very interesting discussion about the importance of vitamin B and the balance of those vitamins and, of course, our diet and how they can contribute to that. So joining us again in studio is clinical dietitian Natalie Mat. Natalie, welcome back. You can always... I'm kind of labor over the words because I'm thinking so much about it. I've found this the most interesting and revealing journey. It really has kind of opened my mind. We've spoken about foods, but we've also spoken about the risk factors that are involved, chronic medication, restricted diets. Maybe can you give us a quick recap of the groups of people that are most at risk of a vitamin B deficiency?
Certainly. So there are two big categories. There are people who take in too little vitamin B, and then there are people who eat enough vitamin B but don't absorb it very well. So in the first group, we have people that will be skipping some of these food items. Classic examples are people who choose to eat no animal products at all. They will get many B vitamins from some of the foods, but will miss out specifically on vitamin B12. And then the second group, people who don't absorb vitamin B. This includes quite a lot of people. Starting with people over 50, we start to absorb less vitamin B as we get older. We also have people who take medication, so medication can sometimes interfere with our ability to absorb vitamin B. And then we also have people who have digestive issues, so you might have an inflamed digestive system in the case of celiac or Crohn's disease.
I think today we're going to focus on age being a factor. That's one thing, but just in general, and again, you brought a beautiful array of foodstuffs to highlight. Where do we find the most vitamin B in our diet naturally before we look at supplementation?
Excellent. So as a dietitian, we always want to go food first, and you will find varying amounts of B vitamins across a variety of foods. So it's not like you have to eat this one food to get all of your B vitamins. But if we do look at where can we get most of our B vitamins, keeping in mind that this is a group that includes quite a number of vitamins, you get a lot of vitamin Bs like B1 and B6 in your whole grains, legumes, lentils. So here we've got some lentils, but also some oats. You would get some from whole grain breads and brown pastas as well. You will get some of your folic acid, which is really important for women who want to fall pregnant, in dark green leafy veggies like these, or spinach as well. And then for vitamin B12 in particular, and some of our other Bs, you will get those from meat, fish, poultry, eggs, and dairy.
I'm looking at a beautiful meal right here. We've got entrees, we've got our main. When we look at age, and this is something that's becoming more and more apparent, I'm kind of moving through my 40s now, where age does become a much bigger factor. But you've mentioned that once you move beyond 50, our risk does increase. How quickly does that risk increase, and how should we look at balancing out? Is it all about diet? Do we need to start supplementing when we're in our 50s and older? How do we approach it?
So everyone is different, and it depends very much on the person. It's not like you turn 50 and suddenly you have to like go overboard in taking care of your health. But what we see change is that we know people start to absorb less, but their lifestyle also changes and the conditions that they have might change. So I see a lot of people over 50 who are on multiple medications. And so you might be taking medications that might be affecting your ability to use B vitamins from your food. But what might also happen, and this is much more as we see older people, is your diet changes and your circumstance change. One of the first reasons why your diet might change is because your dental health decreases. We know that many older people really struggle to chew, and automatically then things like meat fall away. You can't actually chew some of these foods. The second thing that we see as well is that some of these foods become unaffordable. And so you maybe are eating a tea and toast kind of diet because that's what you have access to, instead of something that includes the vibrant mix of colors and foods that we have here.
And I think I've had a major kind of light bulb moment talking to you. I think because we're taking medication to help us, you often forget about what that often very important medication, especially in the case of chronic medication, could be taking from your system. but listen to your body. You know your body better than anyone else. Natalie, thank you so much for opening my mind yet again. I'm going to be processing this for a while, but hopefully this has given you some food for thought, especially if you are older than 50 or on chronic medication, if you've had any changes in lifestyle, if you're struggling with certain dietary components. Just think about how you can offset that balance and think about whether you might be deficient in vitamin B, and not just one, but that whole food group.